We're back, everyone. How y'all doing?
Hey guys, what's up? It's your favorite fagots of the internet.
Yeah, of course, because that's what we're known for. Actually, what we are known for is Mega Man.
It's Tomb Raider speedrunning. That's what we're known for.
Oh yeah, and getting hated on by a lot of people, I guess.
And now we're gonna get hated on some more because now we're gonna break the records for Mega Man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, according to Wikipedia, we are the Mega Man guys.
Dude, that was like 7 years ago.
I know, but, and granted, I haven't checked since. But who are we to call them liars? So yeah, here we are. This is the classic Mega Man on the NES. You can't get no more legit than that.
1987. I didn't even have a Nintendo then. I was still in the Atari world. You weren't even born yet.
Well, they don't know that. Anyway, let's check it out. This is going to be Mega Man as we remember it from the days long past. Not that Legacy Collection stuff.
Yeah, go get Mega Man Legacy 1 that has the first 6 games and Legacy 2 that has the next 4 games. Or you can get the PS2 Anniversary Collection that has all of them and more.
Like, I'm not against the Legacy Collections because, yeah, there are things in them that do make them, I guess you can say, worth it to a degree. Like, the ports are pretty good.
Well, it's just that graphical upgrade. You can now play it in 1080p.
Yeah, on your 3DS or PS4 console, like, I don't know. My one gripe, and I'm pretty sure everyone kind of relates with me on this one, is that Mega Man and Bass was not part of the bundle for Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Well, that's a good thing or bad thing. That's, I guess, up for debate.
Well, still, it's part of Mega Man's history.
If you're going to play Mega Man Bass, I guess you should try to play, like, the Super Nintendo version, or at least the...
Yeah, exactly.
Don't play the Advance because of the screen crunch.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but when they were porting a lot of the classic games...
Sonic got it bad, too.
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog, Final Fantasy... There were a lot of classic 16-bit games and down that they were porting over to the Game Boy Advance at the time in the early 2000s, and for some reason, I don't know if it's because Tales of Phantasia suffered the same problem, was that they screen crunched the cropping of the borders of the screen was so asinine that it made some parts of the game difficult to play. And Mega Man, unfortunately, was one of those. Mega Man and Bass was definitely one of those games that suffered from it. Because the game was hard enough as it is. But yeah, if you do want to play Mega Man and Bass, I highly recommend getting a fan-translated version for the Super Nintendo, which you can get pretty easily. Or you can probably try to import the Super Famicom version.
Well, like the nerds said when Mega Man 9 came out, people were like, there was already a Mega Man 9. It's Mega Man Bass. Nerds said, that's not Mega Man 9. That's Mega Man Bass.
Well, pretty much. But at the time, I guess you could have called it Mega Man 9. Because at the time, that's pretty much what it was. But then Mega Man 9 came out and all was right in the world.
How can you not like the Blue Bomber? He's great. he's fantastic.
All he does is he jumps, he runs, and he shoots, and it's the simplistic style of gaming that we love.
Yes.
Simplicity goes a long way in these classic games, and...
Run to your right and shoot stuff.
Exactly. And occasionally, on occasion, you run to your left.
Now, our love for Mega Man is come from different ways. Will was a classic Mega Man fan. You were a Mega Man fan from the get-go.
Yeah, from the earliest point in my childhood, Mega Man had always been there. Mega Man and Mega Man X. I started growing up with them. It was over the years I started getting introduced to other Mega Man, like Battle Network eventually got created, and I was
First boss.
Yeah.
I wonder who it is.
Yeah, and actually, before the Battle Network EXE era, even Legends was the third Mega Man that I was introduced to, and I guess you could say the trilogy of Mega Man, or they're my trilogy of Mega Man that I enjoy the most. X, Classic, and Legends, or Trigger, or Volnut, whatever you want to call them. Those are my Mega Man. Those are from my era.
Hey, it's Cutman. I'm gonna get you.
I'm going to make paper dolls out of you.
Oh yeah, I wasn't a Mega Man game player when I was a kid, but I was a big fan of the cartoon.
The Ruby Spears cartoon.
That came on Sunday afternoons.
Yeah.
I remember that. Super fighting robot.
Mega Man fighting to save the world. Fire, 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 fire.
And Roll was useless. All she had was like a vacuum cleaner.
I know. Isn't that kind of sexist a little bit? Just a little bit that they gave her a vacuum.
The intro was awesome. It was very anime-ish of him just like destroying, just killing all these robots.
Oh, very fast.
And then you go to show, and they're fine.
Yeah, pretty much. The show did take a few liberties here and there. One thing that was never truly explained is why Proto Man was evil and working for Dr. Wily, as that clearly was not the case in the games. Don't know why they did that. I guess because maybe at the time there were only so many Mega Man games out, and Proto Man did kind of appear as a bad guy in some of them because he'd occasionally show up and challenge you and fight you, and he very much had that sort of anti...
Oh god, this level.
Oh yeah, the Gutsman level. This level can be a little tricky for the unseasoned player of the classic games. You want to know what's interesting?
What?
And some might condemn me for this, but when it comes to the Mega Man games, would you believe that the classic series is the one that I enjoy probably the least out of the three?
I can see that.
Yeah, like, I don't think it's an era thing or even that it's too simplistic. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because with the technology that went across the lines with Mega Man X, how they were able to do bigger and better things like sloping and maybe get a little bit more creative with the levels. Maybe that just drew me in a little bit more. In the end, I guess you could chalk it up to a simplicity thing. Like maybe the designs, it was a little too simple for me sometimes, that it's a little too straightforward maybe and not at all theatrical. And so here we are with Gutsman.
Yes, Gutsman. One of Dr. Wily's favorite designs.
He is, really. You do see him in a lot of places. You see him towards the end of the game, like in statue form. You see him in the museum, and he's conveniently the one in the robot museum that Dr. Wily steals.
You see him in Dr. Wily's bedroom? Oh, wait. Where have you been, Gutsman? I've been waiting for you in my bedroom.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dr. Wily. But yeah, when it comes to Mega Man, you cannot get... You don't get much truer to retro gaming than the classic Blue Bomber. Like, you got your Mario, you've got your Link, you've got your Sonic the Hedgehog, and, like, Mega Man's up there as one of the classic characters of all time. Very unforgettable.
Nicely done.
Despite Capcom wanting to try to forget him.
You know, and that leads me into my other part of my story. I really started getting into Mega Man when Mega Man Legends 3 was announced. And we all happened to know what happened a month later. So it was like so ironic. Like the time when I'm really starting to get into the Mega Man series, that's when Capcom basically tried to put a stake in the heart of the whole franchise.
It is kind of funny.
It was not a good time to be a Mega Man fan back then.
No,
it was like 2010, I think it was. Right?
Yeah, it was. Like, I mean, it was almost 10 years, the anniversary.
Slowly, he's been crawling back.
Very slow. I don't know what it is. If Capcom right now is trying
it's like we've gotten everything at this point except a brand new game. You know what I mean? Like over the 7 years, we've had big time crossovers in the comic books. We've had collections.
We've got a brand new television cartoon series coming out next year.
We've got a new series coming out. We have talks of a film. We have members from the X series appearing in the next Marvel vs. Capcom game. It's like we're getting all this.
Except a direct sequel or a new game
or sequel. Exactly.
Anything to appease the fans without committing to it.
If anyone says Mighty Number 9, we're gonna track you down and kick your ass.
We will take it out back and old yeller your ass. Oh my god. And guys, I wanted Mighty Number 9 to be good. I didn't want to go into that game hating it. I wanted to be like, oh, this game is truly amazing. But wow, they did everything they could to make sure that was not the case. Capcom was laughing at their asses. Every
time I go to a GameStop, I always go to the Xbox One corner, and I always see it there. Mighty Number 9 for $8. And I'm saying, I could use this $8 here, or use my $8 to go to Arby's. I'm going to Arby's.
Yeah. But see, yeah, because it's totally a thing. Like, if you go to Arby's and use that $8, you get satisfaction. You use the $8 on Mighty Number 9, you're punishing yourself. And why would you willingly do that to yourself?
Have you seen Arby's advertisement on Facebook? They are
very creative.
Very creative.
Yeah, like they've made Keyblades.
They're very much with it.
Yeah, they definitely get their video game pop culture stuff. And I don't know if that's because high up in the ranks at Arby's headquarters, it's a genuine gamer running the show. But yeah, they totally get it, and I love that. The only bad news is that Arby's is a very expensive
it is
restaurant.
Pricey. It is pricey, but they do have the meats.
They do. Cost you an arm and a leg.
I always love the way he jumps.
Oh, I gotta give it. Yeah, but again, it is funny how the Mega Man support is coming from just about everywhere but Capcom, and even Capcom is like very minimal, doing the most minimal possible they can. Let's just throw them in Marvel's Capcom.
You know, dude, I gotta be honest with you. It's kind of a small miracle that Capcom is still in business in 2017.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a time where it looked like they were trying to, like, their mission and was just to alienate every single one of their fans.
I mean, you might as well go the route of Konami and just go into
just nuke the place.
And go into pachinko, man, because at least the pachinko's keeping them afloat. Well, at least with Konami, pachinko, and Yu-Gi-Oh, because.
Oh, hey, this is
Elecman.
Elecman, there he is. Yeah.
So, the new Mega Man TV show scheduled to come out next year. I'm honestly looking forward to it. Some are kind of iffy, like I don't know. It looks too.
It's the premise because it's so different.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like you can't really hate it for that because we've had different reincarnation stories of Mega Man.
Don't tell the internet what they can and can't hate. You know that.
Yeah, you're right. They can find a way to hate on anything, even if it's
Look
something.
At those awful graphics that Shenmue 3 have, man. It looks exactly like Shenmue 1 and 2. We don't want that.
I want to see the sweat molecules coming off of his face. I want to see his eyes look at me.
Yeah. Anyway,
it is a shame.
I don't know. I guess I'm surprised it's still going on, so that's cool.
I'm willing to give it a shot because Mega Man has always, back in the day, been a kid's brand, and you can't really say otherwise. Mega Man X is the one that really stepped into the teen territory and started taking their games a little too seriously.
Yeah, but X works so well. I mean, it was just kind of a logical step into it was the next evolution of this timeline. This one, it's trying something completely different, which I'm fine with.
EXE was different, and
it can work. It's just that, I don't know, it's... Mega Man fans, we're at the point now that we're not gonna take no more stuff anymore.
We're sick of your shit, Capcom.
Sick of your shit.
We're getting real tired of you ducking us. You can walk all over your Street Fighter fans, but don't think that us Blue Bombers forgot. But it is amazing. Yeah, it seems like Capcom just almost completely did everything they could to make sure they were pissing off just about every single fan of every franchise.
Think of every franchise what they've done.
Onimusha.
They tried to kill off Mega Man. Onimusha, well, they just basically ignored that one.
Yeah, Onimusha doesn't exist. Devil May Cry.
Now let's reboot it into that thing. Now it does have its fans, and I will say, okay, fine, it just wasn't for us.
You guys are weird.
I don't think they even know what to do with Resident Evil at this point.
We'll see. I mean,
we liked 7.
Yeah, people liked 7.
You liked 7 too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I liked it. It made its money, and then
but it didn't do as well though.
I guess not. And then there's.
It just goes to show you, man, that hey, say what you will about 5 and 6, people like the action part of it.
Yeah, and like, of course, they're talking about remaking Resident Evil 2, which we've seen nothing.
Yeah, let's just remaster all the Resident Evil games all over again. Let's just keep oversaturating Street Fighter.
I mean, to be fair,
I will say this: at least with Street Fighter 5. About a year and a half later, there now is enough content to justify that $60 purchase.
Yeah,
if you kept it. So if you did buy it for $60 when it first came out, like last year in February, now there's enough content there to justify the purchase. But damn, that was a real botched opening, I must say.
So yeah, Mega Man.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
It's a good game.
I love how when you take the powers and you can use it, I think that was very, very innovative. It was very different.
What was nifty about them back in the day, which over this course of the series they did start to stop doing, was that not one power worked with one supervillain. So it wasn't like a gamble where you picked up one power move and it's like, okay, it works on 7 of these specific... It works on only one of these 7 specific robots. It could actually have an effect on any one of them, really. Like, you just kind of had to gamble with it and see how it worked, and that was the interesting thing. It wasn't really until later in the series, and especially in the X series, where it was one specific power for one specific weakness.
Right.
So yeah, that's what I appreciate out of these old ones, and I kind of wish that they still kept that, because yeah, some of the difficulty, or arbitrary difficulty, I guess you could say, was having to guess what worked with what when it came down to your skill on how well you use the items to fight your enemies.
Now, he is a robot. Right, he's not an android.
Yeah.
He's not a cyborg. He's a robot.
Yeah.
Who happens to look like Dr. Light's deceased son. Is that correct? Or was that added retroactively?
It's like, I don't remember that part. Actually, that
wasn't that though? Or
in the EXE series, that was the case with Dr. Hikari. In the EXE series, Dr. Hikari had a son named Hub, and the kid.
But had to do some of the kids. That's why he made rock and roll, wasn't it?
He didn't have children, and he just he just wanted kids. And
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh. It's like, well, I could have sex with a woman, but that's way too much work. So I'll just make them. You don't need a woman. I guess
I'll name you Mega Man.
Yeah, I guess maybe Dr. Light got into an argument with one of the feminazis that said, we don't need men to create babies, we just need some sperm. Like, well, where do you get it, dummies? We don't need women, we can just create our children.
Anyway.
Hey, we're just having a little fun. It's a little fun. Stop taking it so seriously.
That's
Fireman.
Fireman, yes.
One of the many.
One of the many.
Then there's Heat Man, who looks like a lighter.
Yes. I like him.
Remember Super Adventure Rockman?
Oh man, that was so much fun. That was so much fun.
That was a very interesting game that I wish we got here in America, because it looked like it was. It looked like it had a very interesting plot that sadly we couldn't understand much about. The only thing we knew is that there was a disease going on, and Wily was in a pyramid with an alien.
This does remind me of way back when, like, what was it, like 2000, basically 2009. The first 4 or 5 years when we were decided to go at this Brotherhood of Gaming thing. We were primarily a Let's Play channel.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we released so many videos. They got like 15 views a pop. And here we are, 2017. Not much has changed.
The format has changed. The result, not so much.
Right.
The format may have changed, but results pretty much accurate. At least we're not Dark Side Phil, where we were uploading like 20 videos a day and getting like 9 views each.
Yeah. Them's was the days. The last real Let's Plays we ever did was the Devil May Cry month.
Yeah, and while I do miss...
I think that was a good way to
yeah, it was a good way to go off.
Yeah.
In terms of Let's Play. Well, and then we started doing these, what we're doing right now. And, and then live streams. Honestly, while I do miss doing Let's Plays, I do think it was a good time to get out of it, because it started to become a time where the market had become flooded and overly saturated because technology and developers had made it so easy for other people to get in on the action. And that's when the copyrights also started taking off and getting a little bit more serious. SOPA didn't exactly pass, but they came up with like variations of it where advertisers could now claim your videos and you wouldn't be able to make anything off them. Like, I don't know any person who plays Nintendo games on YouTube and actually doesn't get them claimed by Nintendo themselves.
Yeah.
So
that's why it's risky when you ever do anything with Nintendo.
Yeah, so it honestly, going into being a reviewer and being a critic and being an entertainer, like the way we're doing it now, it's a format that I wanted to do for a while. I just kind of wanted to experiment with YouTube for a while and see how we could go with it and try out different things with the camera. And if you can recall some of our very early works, they were very experimental. Like, we did a lot of things that didn't really make any sense. We were just guys having fun, making funny videos that we thought were funny at the time, and looking back, it's kind of like, oh my god, what were we thinking? But I'm glad we did them, because it paved the way.
I almost want to do Brotherhood of Gaming Reacts. But let's react to our very first reviews. Sonic Colors. Look at this fresh-faced little boy. Isn't he full of life and joy and vinegar? Now look what happens 5 years later.
Look what happened 10 years later. Now he's depressed and hates his life. Like, what happened to me? I don't know. It could be fun.
I love watching those old reviews. They're a hoot.
Well, I go back sometimes and I watch our oldest.
And it's funny because you like private and deleted like half of them.
Some things needed to go. Some things I keep around. But yeah, like, I have an image to maintain.
Once upon a time, we did a review of Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and
I still don't know what happened to that one.
Injustice 1 and Dead Space 3. Now they're gone, never to be seen or heard
Lost to
from
the
again.
ether.
Lost to the ether, never be seen or heard from again.
Who knows? We might revisit those one day.
I guess I should be. Oh, our Epic Mickey 2 review, which actually was the first time I ever joined you on a review, and you got rid of it.
I did?
Yes, you did.
Why?
It's no longer there. I don't know. It's up to you, man.
Oh, I think visually it was bad.
Oh, okay.
I think there might have been some visual problems.
At least you kept my Anarchy Reigns review. So if you go down the playlist,
I probably was like, this one's harmless.
yeah, no one watches this shit, so whatever.
I wasn't in this one, so my reputation is fine. If this one sucks, you know who to blame.
Yeah, I said that to Will. If you see a video directed by Eugene Morris, so if it's a bad review, you know who to blame.
That wasn't my mindset, but now that you think about it. So yeah, if ever you see a video that has his name on it and it sucks, well then there's your answer.
Oh jeez.
I keep Gene around because he's the perfect scapegoat.
There you go. Why not? Remember our fight nights we used to do?
Why did we stop doing those?
No one watched them.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Those were fun.
Well, I got to win most of the time. Of course it was fun.
Yes. I like the little platform thing you're using.
Ah, damn it. Yeah, they never used this again. Instead, they replaced it with Rush.
Well, good. I like Rush.
Oh, yeah.
He's in Mega Man 2.
No, he's not.
Sorry. Mega Man 3.
No, he's not.
4?
Yes.
Okay. They let you know how great I am.
No, I'm kidding. He's in 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I really enjoy. Oh my God, Yellow Devil.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the Mega Man comic book. It's just a shame it didn't get quite the love like it was supposed to, I thought.
Yeah, the Archie comics, actually, what was weird is that there were several different...
you're doing that glitch thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The thing about the Mega Man storylines when it comes to books is that there were several variations going on. There was the Archie comics, and then there was the Mega Mix manga that was going on at the exact same time.
Yeah, oh, those were good, too. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like there's so many variations of it. Well, that takes care of him.
Goodbye.
I wonder if in the Legacy collections, I don't think they took that out, but because that would have been a pain in the ass. Like, no, we messed up the first time. We're gonna make sure you do this legit now.
Yeah.
Beat him for real.
Oh, of course, Mega Man and Super Smash Brothers for the Wii U.
Oh, of course.
That was
he was my main.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
And then people started getting good at Smash Brothers, and then I couldn't play anymore. Now people were getting good.
Yeah, but you know, he made his mark, you know. Although I still don't know how they can do a live action film. I mean, that's asking a lot.
I would say bail on it, guys. And if Sony's the one doing it, if I were in charge of Sony, or if I was had any form of status within the industry, I'd say, guys, look how well Castlevania did on Netflix. I think this is the route. Like, we need to take the budget that we are investing into the idea of a Mega Man movie, and since we're the ones that are in charge of like all of that producing it, we should say like, okay, let's get people who know what they're doing with Netflix shows and see if they're interested in making a Mega Man series for that.
Right.
That's faithful. I think that's the best way to go, because trying to make a movie where you're trying to tell a I mean, let's be. It sounds interesting as.
Why must we fight, base? We are not enemies.
As simple as as simple as the concept of Mega Man is, trying to fit its lore, and believe it or not, yes, these games have lore, despite being 8 Robot Masters and a Dr. Wily fight. Mm-hmm. There is a story that goes on in between these games, and trying to put God knows how much of that into a 2-hour movie, I don't think it's going to work.
Haters gotta hate, run.
Haters gonna hate. Mega Man's gonna obliterate.
There you go. Yeah, so it's funny when I really started getting into the Mega Man series when Legends 3 got canceled, and suddenly like all Mega Man's like all getting killed off. That's why we did our little Mega Man month thing. It was like our retaliation.
Suddenly you started caring.
Yeah, we will not forget.
It seems like something horrible has to happen to a franchise before Gene starts giving a damn about it.
I remember when I was young, though, I saw this real crazy Mega Man commercial. It was for Mega Man 5, I think. It was like this guy walking around in a briefcase or something, being all secretive, and he passes by this woman, and he handles the briefcase to the woman, and the woman takes it to an office and opens up Mega Man 5. okay.
Huh.
Yeah, like, okay.
That's about as interesting as the woman on the commercial. It's like, my husband beats me. Got milk?
What?
Never mind.
Okay. So this is a
Doppelganger. But yeah, the Mega Man comic book series, it just ended abruptly, didn't it?
yeah, he just kind of did. I mean, I don't think like he never was really a Mega Man fan, not really.
No, he wasn't. And most people that remember this part, that remember the Mega Man Worlds Unite 13.
Yeah, that was very disappointing.
Yeah, the 13 issue cluster F.
Yeah, it was all about Sonic in the end.
Pretty much, because the whole advertisement for the Archie Comics Worlds Unite was that it was going to bring all of the video game characters from several platforms, from Sega and Capcom, and all into one jam-packed adventure. And they didn't start showing up until the last 3 issues. Mm-hmm. And when they did show up, all they did was get their butts kicked by the giant Sigma Colossus, just so Sonic could use the Chaos Emeralds and look good in front of all of them. I mean, yeah, he had Mega Man. He had Mega Man power up and help him with the Chaos Emeralds as well. But that's always been a thing to me. What did the Chaos Emeralds do? Whatever the hell you want them to.
Right.
Whatever the hell the story needs them to do. It was just so disappointing that Mega Man X, Zero, and Axel got sidelined in a comic book series against a villain that X is known for fighting. It just doesn't make any sense.
True. But it was still fun.
Well, it was interesting. Like I enjoyed the first 4 issues because there was a
Mini boss. Yes.
Yeah, there was a 2-page spread, I believe, where Mega Man Classic was talking to X, and X was telling him a little bit about the future and how kind of a depressing state it is because, well, you can imagine. And Mega Man's cheering him up as an older brother would, and I thought that was a really cool spread on the panels. Right. It's just a shame that we didn't get more of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I would have loved to have had a Mega Man X comic, but then again, I'm still hoping for a Mega Man X9, so I'm desperate for anything Mega Man X related. However, we are hopefully going to get that fan game, Mega Man X Corrupted, which JKB Games is constantly making new content and showing us new footage for, and every time he does it, it makes me a little bit more excited, but at the same time, I'm just like, hurry your ass up, I need it.
And then there's Mega Maker.
Yeah. Good stuff. Except when they start getting...
Except when I play it.
Well,
all these freaking Kaizu levels, like, fuck.
You know, that's really a problem. See, this is why you should never make a maker of anything of your classic games, because you know they're only going to make these BS hard levels that you have to be unbelievably good at by wasting so much time or trial and error, which... Like, come on, can't you just be creative? Like, this is what happens when you give power to the players.
It backfires in a hurry.
Power to the players. It's dangerous.
Right. They can't handle this much power.
You're putting it in the wrong hands. They're making games too hard. This isn't fun. So, yeah, we are getting towards the end here. So now I'm just going to be refilling up the powers.
Are you now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
Now I just got all my moves back.
Yay.
Now, of course, it wouldn't be a Mega Man game without the boss rush.
Boss rush mode.
Yeah, over the years, I have started to dislike the boss rush. Like, yeah, you're right, this is padding.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I obliterated them the first time. I think that was enough. I think
it's kind of like become tradition at this point.
I know it's tradition, but you know, like how did the line go in Coming to America? It is true that traditions times must also change.
Yeah,
like how did the line go?
Right, but people are gonna complain. Where's my boss rush mode?
Like, I wouldn't mind there being a boss rush.
I'd make it an option.
Exactly, totally. I was just gonna say that. Make it an optional thing. But for the final parts of the game, I would just like, instead of 8 bosses that are the boss rush of the same, why not create 8 new bosses, like, that we kind of have to mix and match and figure it out, like the ones that they were saving, or the bad guy was saving for the final castle.
They're half complete. It's desperate now.
Make them half complete, but they're that more dangerous because of it.
Okay.
I don't know, just get creative.
Yeah.
All right, Dr. Wily. Dr. Wowie.
Now, when was it when you can flip switch on the fly? That came later on, I think.
I do believe it was the Anniversary Collection that allowed you to do that because it had the shoulder buttons.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I don't think you could.
Hey, there he is. His eyebrows of doom.
Are we sure that the Kazama family is not related to Dr. Wily? Looking at those eyebrows.
Right. Dr. Wily.
He just never learns.
Yeah. Well, this is his first attempt. Speaking of which, it reminds me of that fan-made movie. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was fun for what it was.
Yeah, you know what? I gotta give him effort. An A for effort. It was better than the Zelda movie.
It's better than we could do. But go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, it was better than the Zelda film.
Mm.
Well, yeah, that's Mega Man.
You just lie there and think about what you did.
You just sit there and think about how stupid you are. So yeah, we're not going to arrest him or anything. We're just going to leave. You sit
Hey,
there.
cut that shit out. Goodbye.
So yeah, just leave him there. Like, all right, we're just going to go and leave. Mega Man has ended the evil domination of Dr. Wowie and restored the world to peace.
Wowie. Restored the world to peace.
Restored the world to peace. We did all that? We ended hunger?
Damn, everyone stopped fighting?
We did all that?
No more brawling in the streets?
Damn! You go, Mega Man!
No more doxing?
None of that? Wow.
None of that happens anymore? Wow, Mega Man.
You're the best!
God, the world needs a Mega Man. Now more than ever.
Yeah.
Everybody gets along now thanks to Mega Man.
Of course, man. I hear Mega Man gave homes to all the orphans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love these old classic ones where you see the hero walking back to his home. Oh, he's in his clothes now.
Yep.
Well, kind of looking like Astro Boy. Oh, that's one of his...
Well, after Mega Man gets done saving the day, he's got to run a marathon.
Oh, yeah, of course. I think Astro Boy was one of the inspirations for Mega Man. Don't quote me on that. Oh, hey, city background. Look at that.
Oh, the Twin Towers.
Oh, yeah. Different time, people. Different time. Ah, roll. I did it!
Yeah!
You know, you can't beat the classics.
You can't. Well, my friends, that was the classic Mega Man.
Damn, that was fun.
We hope you enjoyed it, and we shall see you next time. Let us know. What would you like to see? Would you like to see another classic game, or would you like to see another game like Resident Evil? I'm taking a break from Tomb Raider because I am burnt out. Love me some Lara Croft, but there's only so much loving.
I'm trying to convince you to do the Tomb Raider Game Boy. Game Boy Color game.
The spirit is willing.
Oh man, we have Game Boy Advance. We got the Lara Croft dungeon crawler games, and Will just went numb at the thought.
Pretty much,
dude. There are so many other games out there other than Tomb Raider. Can we just try that,
please?
Final Fantasy VII. Oh god.
Maybe another game that I really like that I haven't played in a long time, and I've been trying to find an excuse for. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. We hope you had a great time. We certainly did. See you next time. Brotherhood of Gaming out.
Bye. It was fun.